Begin with some breaking news this morning. A dive team is searching for survivors after a car ran off Keg Creek Bridge.
Does Donald Trump have your cell phone number? And if not, would you give it to him?
Take a look at him for yourself. He is talking on his Bluetooth right now because he says he has a podcast, but he is right here at the Richmond Plaza Shopping Center where there is a military recruitment office.
A health alert this morning, a new threat on hospital technology. New overnight, we now know the name of the Memphis officer killed during a traffic stop. And that's a fair question because the church is one of the last places people feel that they are safe.
News Channel 6 has obtained this crash report giving us details about the truck involved, and we found out that it has had 12 violations in the past.
I'm here with Channel 6. I wanted to see if I could talk to someone about the incident that happened last night.
Ma'am, do you know why you're being arrested?
No, I do not.
Take a look at this tree. It has fallen on a fence here. This is off of Bennick Mill Road and Dunroven Road in South Augusta. Now, walk with me this way. We can show you even more damage.
And this is a perfect time, Ed, to remind everyone to go ahead and download our weather app so you can take the weather with you.
Envelope, please.
It's a little corny, but it's part of the process.
And that's why I feel the show is rigged.
To reveal the 5 steps every parent must take to ensure a healthy and productive school year.
It says, welcome all, the same sign that used to hold that rainbow flag. Just sharing their stories about getting out of that building. And take a look behind me. You can see some cars here having to make that U-turn because of these road closed signs.
I've had chocolate covered crickets before, and they're not bad.
Really?
I
mean, if they're mixed in with stuff,
I went to an
guess.
insectarium and they had them. So we begin with some breaking news this morning. A dive team is searching for survivors after a car ran off Keg Creek Bridge, and eyewitnesses say one body has been recovered so far. Also breaking this morning, France confirms the plane debris found last week is from Malaysian Flight 370. It washed ashore on a remote island. New this morning, I-20 is reopened after a car fire in Columbia County. Dispatch tells us the eastbound and westbound lanes were both closed. It happened around 2:15 this morning at mile marker 185. Local law enforcement is teaching churches how to handle dangerous situations. Confederate flag supporters rallied in Stone Mountain this weekend. People from several states showed up. Happening now on Good Morning Augusta is the last Sunday before school starts for thousands of students in our area. Get this, class has already started in Jenkins County. Tax-free weekend has ended in Georgia, but you can still shop for supplies in South Carolina next weekend. Starting Friday, 7:07 now, investigators are taking extra precautions this morning after a man drowned in a chalk-mined clay pit. Officials say most people don't realize the dangers that come with these man-made ponds. News Channel 6's Margaret Ann Carter talks to an expert on staying safe while in the water. Hobbins also says anyone caught trespassing on property can and will get a ticket, or even worse, end up in jail. He hopes the fear of that will keep people out. Time now 7:09. We want to take a look ahead at some events happening this weekend. You can be among the first to take a look inside newly renovated Richmond County schools. We continue to follow some breaking news this morning. A Memphis officer shot and killed in a traffic stop. What we're learning about who he was.
It's a background that really paints a different picture of Jim Stacoviak, from his time as a certified peace officer to his mugshot.
When I actually heard that it was an armed man, he was the person that came to mind.
Hawa is talking about Jim Stacoviak. He's the man who stood guard on the side of Wrightsboro Road Monday with a rifle to protect military recruiting centers. She says he followed her in a store to get her to notice his shirt.
On the front, it says burn the Quran, or on the back, I can't remember which one. On the other part, he says something really bad about Allah.
Is it time to nuke, or should we say bomb, Mecca?
That's from a July 19th episode of Stacoviak's internet radio show. He talks about Muhammad being a false prophet and a child rapist and calls Islam a mental disorder.
Unite against Islam. Islam's of the devil.
News Channel 6 has also learned Stacoviak has been arrested several times. This mugshot is from 2010 when he was arrested for taking a man's picture from a social networking site and posting the image somewhere else, calling him a terrorist. Stacoviak also has a past in law enforcement. In 2005, he became a certified peace officer. After that, he worked as a public safety officer at the former Augusta State University. And in 2008, his certification was revoked following a misconduct investigation.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says Stachowiak has done nothing illegal.
You don't egg on somebody like that because ultimately you should feel sorry for him.
Stachowiak says he plans to stand guard at that shopping center every Monday until military recruiters are allowed to carry guns. Here at the State House, as thousands of people line up to pay their respect to Senator Clementa Pinckney, many of them receiving this card of a picture of him from the funeral home. All of these people here agreeing that they just want South Carolina to move forward. 1 week after being murdered in his Charleston church, Senator Clementa Pinckney lay in state at the South Carolina State House. Pinckney's body was carried to the State House by a horse-drawn wagon called the caisson. Thousands of people waited in line to see him, including businessman Bill Mahoney, who says he met Pinckney several times.
He was clearly someone who was committed to the cause of improving the lives of all South Carolinians.
And that message was clear. The Red Cross and members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity passed out water to those waiting in line in the nearly 100-degree heat.
This tragedy started off with hate, and the intention was to, hate to bring upon more hate, but actually, in actuality, love conquered all.
Beefed up security could be seen on the State House grounds. The controversy of the Confederate flag lingers. 2 women stood in silent protest with this sign, "A new day, a new way, hashtag take it down."
We wanted to move forward in a positive way from this day where we can begin to dismantle racism in our country.
A conversation moving beyond South Carolina, coming to light after the murder of a man who served his state. The funeral for Senator Pinckney is Friday at TD Arena in Charleston. Here in Columbia, I'm Dion Guillory for WJBF News Channel 6. One by one, drivers are forced to make a U-turn now that the Warren Road Bridge is closed. The cut-through is used by thousands of drivers, including Kusana Pugh and Pooja Gopal. Tell me how inconvenient this is.
A lot, actually. I take it home from work. I use it to get to work, and just about everywhere else I'm going to get to Washington Roads.
Road closed signs are up, but Gopal has one suggestion to help.
I really do wish they had more signs over there just to warn people, because there are already 2 cars that truck doesn't know what to do.
The bridge was closed Tuesday after a tractor trailer owned by Warner Grading out of Wagner, South Carolina, carrying an excavator couldn't clear the bridge, hitting it, causing debris to fall on at least 1 car. GDOT crews were back at the bridge doing work on Wednesday. That work reduced a stretch of I-20 down to 1 lane for several hours, causing traffic backups. News Channel 6 has obtained this crash report giving us details about the truck involved, and we found out that it has had 12 violations in the past. Violations that include failing to secure a load and various leaks. There's no word how long the bridge will stay closed, forcing many drivers to add a few more minutes to their commute by using Washington Road.
So you have to go through all that traffic, all the traffic lights. This is just kind of the perfect road to get through all of it.
It's what everybody's got to do now.
Yeah, just find another way to work and home.